Good morning, I'm Stoma Warrior from stomawarrior.com, Andrea. I'm going to do a complete bag change today, just so that people understand firstly what it's like to live with the stoma. I change mine every single morning purely because I've chosen to wear the salts bags, which are amazing, but once they've been in the shower they get really wet and soggy. And also I just feel cleaner and it's quite quick and easy. I don't get any leaks and I don't get any itching, so I'll talk you through it. So first of all, I've always got a pad underneath my bag. I'm going to get everything ready. So I've got my new bag, which I've already cut this morning. I cut my own purely because I find that my stoma can change size, so I don't get them pre-cut. So I've just cut a hole there. Obviously, nice new bag. You've got your draining hole there to drop the Velcro. Now this I put in the back of my knickers while I'm doing the bag change because it gets it nice and warm, and it's going to stick better if it's warm and it's winter, so it's a bit chilly in the bathroom. Next I'm going to get ready my washer. I use a Manuka honey washer from Clinimed. It's a Hypersil washer. These are amazing. I used to always use a barrier spray because I had terrible itchy skin. I suffer from all kinds of allergies, and also I've got a lot of scars from my old stoma and my stretch marks and surgery, and I just have really irritated skin, quite bumpy, and I find this helps. The other reason I use it, apart from the Manuka honey, which is lovely, is because I'm not very good at getting these bags spot on in location. Sometimes I've got them in a mil or two to the left or the right, and that can be quite uncomfortable on the stoma. So I cut my stoma hole probably half a mil bigger all the way around, get this nice and snug, and then I haven't got to worry about any leaks, any skin irritation or anything, and they both do a fantastic job. So that's what I use. This one, believe it or not, I take off and put in my bra to warm up because it keeps it nice and warm, and I know where it is. So first thing I need to do, I get my old bag off. I use Danzac Easy Remover Adhesive Spray because this helps get it off, takes all the glue off my skin and just makes it feel nice and fresh. And I find these salts bags without a barrier underneath, without skin spray, really sticky. So you've got to be quite careful not to hurt your skin. So a little spray on the top to get it going, and then I can literally feed it round. When it gets a bit stickier, another little spray, it comes off. This is a live bag change, so I apologise if Fred's a bit messy today, but hey, that's life. So I've got next to me a couple of wipes ready. I use Charter as my company, and they give out these gorgeous soft wipes. I always feel a little bit worried because I don't know how biodegradable they are, but my mess is going in a black bag, so it's not going to help anyway. So I'll take it off, just a little wipe around Fred. Here he is. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully he's going to behave. This is his first video debut, so we will see. So you can see the back of my bag, pop that on there, fold it up. There's my bin there, which is hanging nicely from my sink. Nice and clean. I try not to overcomplicate my stomach anymore because of my skin. So I've got another dry wipe, which I'm actually just going to run under nice warm water. Now I have a bleeding stoma, so every time I wipe it, I get quite a bit of blood. So it can take me a bit longer to clean up and dry up than some, but it needs doing. You can see I need to get the glue off and any stool off that has gone under there, and I'll always get some blood. And it's pretty much because it's like the inside of your mouth. It's a really fine membrane, so if you poke it, touch it, pull it, it's going to bleed. Okay, so I'm going to wipe right the way around. And then as you can see, I'm getting quite a bit of blood. This is not unusual for me at all, which is why I wanted to do a bag change, because I'm not alone, and it's quite normal. So I just get a little cloth. These are really thin, but they're better than loo roll because they don't stick. And I just leave it there for a minute because that stems the bleeding, stops it coming off, keeps it clean in case he has an accident. And it just, yeah, saves my skin. You can see my skin obviously where I've been wearing my stoma bag through the summer. Also around here I do get a bit sore still, purely because of scars. So he's all ready to go. So the next thing I need to do, I use a Care Range. I use a protective powder, aloe vera, and the reason I use this around my stoma is because, as you can see, I bleed. So if I don't stem that bleeding before I put my base on, the blood's going to go under the barrier and it's going to make my skin quite sore and itchy. There's nothing wrong with bleeding, it's perfectly normal the amount I have. I am very prone to granulomas, and that could be because of this as well. But my stoma's got a habit of coming in and out all day, so he gets quite a few rubs. Here's a little monkey, still bleeding, so I get the powder. Okay, I don't want this to go all over my stoma, I just want it to go around the base. So I make him a little snood and simply spray it on. Looks like quite a lot at first, but I'll show you. I am wearing a nice sort of waterproof mat underneath me, just in case of any spills, but also because this stuff's like glue. So I'm standing over the sink so I can wash that all away nice and bleach it after. So stoma powder's on, pat my tummy, get rid of any excess. You can see it's only stuck where it was wet. And now if I take this off, there's a little bit on the stoma, but not too much. So he's primed and ready to go. Now all I do is dab around, check it's not bleeding too much. It is a little bit. So now when I've used this nice mat, I can simply pad it on there. Again, wipe off the excess. And you can see he's got a nice dry collar. That doesn't impact on the glue at all. If anything, it helps mine. Now, because he's particularly active stoma, put another one on there ready while I get the seal ready. So the first thing I do is get my Manuka Honey Seal washer. A lot of people struggle with their skin and I can't recommend these enough. Although I'm not medically trained. I tried these, I've tried aloe vera, I've tried the Coloplast ones, and these are the best. Firstly, because they're a 30mm hole, they fit my stoma beautifully. I cut it because if I slide it on, I'm going to get moisture under there. So now what I need to do is put it down. It's really nice and sticky. It's a bit odd doing this today because I'm working in a camera. I'm normally working in a mirror, which sounds like it's not a lot different, but it feels different. You can see I can get that really nice and snug actually. I'm a little bit under. Now I am totally paranoid about skin itching, and this is a really weird gadget I bought when I had my first stoma 4 years ago. So this is called an equaliser. It's a piece of surgical rubber tubing, and it's really simple. It's the right size for me luckily, but it doesn't matter if it's not. You just put it on and give it a little gentle press. Not hard because I don't want to hurt him. Okay, and you can see how well that's pushed it down into it. And any lips that are still there, just tuck it down with my finger. These seals, as long as you're not putting water on them, they don't go sticky. So they don't lose their sticky. So I'll leave that there because I'm still bleeding, which is not unusual. And I get out my bag that I put in my knickers, which is nice and warm and pliable now. Obviously make them put it in your shorts, but you know. So take off the back. You can see sticky hole. Not too bad cutting for me actually. I've got to line that up nicely. You can see the inside there. So what I tend to do is pinch that a little bit just to pull it away. Now, the thing with these bags is they do have a lovely window, and I need that. So take off my wipe. He's not going to bleed anymore. Please don't. And I'm just going to position this over it. And you can see I can line it up in my normal mirror. It's slightly easier, but in here. And I say I am awful at this. So if I'm a few mil out, it doesn't matter. He's on. Press. And it's done. Now, I said I'm super paranoid about leaks. So I just get a bit of tissue, put it around my finger, because I've got nails. And they cut, don't they? I don't have to see it just yet because he won't go nuts. And I just rub all the way around just to make sure. Now, I've just seen this as a long video actually. I would say 7-8 minutes isn't bad for a total bag change from off and on. Some might say that's a lot, but I do it every single day. Bearing in mind when I first got my stoma, it used to take me 30 minutes because Fred was incredibly badly behaved. So I'm totally done now. Get this out, take the air out, get it ready, primed, got a Velcro locker there. So when I'm emptying, guys, if you're not sure, when I go to the loo, undo, take it out, wipe it, clean it all up, sometimes flush it if it's particularly bad, clean it all out, and it's done. Do it back up and I'm ready to go, good for the day, or however long I want. That's Velcro. Done. Now one tip I will say for using these bags, if like me, so if I didn't show you can see it's all stuck itself nicely, it's completely sticky and sealed, is I find that these spouts can leak a little bit after. So it's all right first empty, the second empty I find you can get a bit of moisture here. And something another group member told me, which has really helped me, is just put a little bit of tissue paper on there, fold it in, and it'll stop any moisture. And I've not had a single leak or drip since. In fact, my bags haven't leaked. Touch wood, I shouldn't say that. But I think they're quite good. Now, if it's really cold, then you can put a hairdryer around in there now, just to keep warm it up. You can see it's totally sealed. Still bleeding, but that'll stop in a few minutes. And I'm done, good to go. Sheet off, pull up, clean up. I spray my sink with bleach every day. And that's a total bag change. Can be a bit of a palaver, but those are what we do. So thank you for watching. I hope it's helped.